back to Insight for real
Can you
this
talk?
time. Yes, I have candy in my mouth because Mark Hellinger
Mark
from
brought us
CME
gifts.
Corporation brought us,
Homemade candy.
yes, homemade candy in these sweet little
He should have
nativity
known
boxes.
better than to give it to us before we started, because we can't wait. You should know us well enough by now to know
true.
that if you bring us food, we cannot wait.
It's true. Mark, you are so sweet. Mark, you've been here lots of times for CME. This time you're going to tell us about a project you did for Human Motor Works. I'm excited about this project because it's different than others you've talked about in the past. This was a project that you did in Covington Plaza, meaning that you updated a space that already existed. Tell us how that's different than other projects you've told us about in the past.
When you renovate a space in a strip mall, there's a lot of unknowns and a lot of variables, and that affects the cost of it. And so we had to do a lot of study and research into it. But I think at the end of the day, it turned out to be something that's we're proud of, and I'm sure the owner is very proud of. But it's different because you have to deal with existing conditions that are unknown. You don't know what's there and where the plumbing is,
Right.
what the air conditioning is. So you have to deal with those conditions.
There are a lot of variables and a lot of unknowns. When you're in that process, how can you decide what to reuse and what you need to get new?
It takes a lot of coordination between our design team and the owner as to if we can leave walls or move, we have to demo stuff. Just kind of an interactive process.
Was this one of the first times that you've worked in a strip mall situation, or have you done this several times in the past?
No, we've done several. We've in fact, in Covington Plaza, we've done everything from Joe Fiel to Fresh Market, from both ends of the mall, so to speak.
Oh, wow.
And a lot of stuff in between. But this project was a fun project because it's with a client that we've worked with in the past, and he called us and was like, let's get on it.
Let's talk a little bit about that, working with a client that you've worked with in the past. That has to be so rewarding and fulfilling when someone calls you to work with you again. Tell me about that and how it must feel to know that you are so respected that someone wants your business again.
We work hard at delivering what we promise and trying to make sure that they get best value for their money and interact with our team and get neat projects
Right.
like this.
It is a really cool space. It's definitely a really cool space. What are some of the differences because this is a cool retail space, and when we've had you in before, we've talked about some of the really cool non-retail, but like office spaces that you've done. What are some of the differences when you're working retail versus an office space?
Well, retail, the product has to be shown. I mean, they have to have exposure to the product. In an office space, you want the wow when they walk in, maybe to the front lobby, and after that, it's kind of let's get the work done. Retail, they have to have exposure. They've got to get maximized space for showing their product, and
you've talked about your designers who can help your clients really achieve that end goal. Tell us a little bit more about that, because if I were a business owner, I'm certain I wouldn't be able to achieve that goal on my own. Your designers can help one get there?
Absolutely. It's a matter of, whether it's, in this case, getting as much display area that you can get so you can see the goods that you want to, someone wants to buy. And I was over in Hawaii here recently, and right where the Ironman competition starts out, and was in a store over there, and it was like, this is it. This store makes
So much better.
Oh, so much better, and has so much to offer. But it was interesting. So, design of getting exposure of all the product for the retail space.
So you work with the business owner and your designer. All three of you collaborate to be sure you maximize the space so that the end product really works to everyone's best end goal.
You bet.
Fantastic.
So if I have an office space either that needs renovated or a retail space, or maybe I'm just starting the process, a lot of people new year and they decide they want to go into business, what do I need to do to get the process started?
Give us a call.
It's that easy.
It's that easy. Give us a call. Give us a call. We got staff that's willing to jump in, and we can run from asking questions to getting you a design and getting you a finished product.
I think that's great because I think a lot of people really want to get started, but they're overwhelmed by the process. So it's good that you make it that simple.
It is simple as long as you got a team that understands how to break it down.
All right, well, if you're ready to start that process, all you have to do is give CME a call. You can do that at 260-745-0251 or visit their website, cmebuilditright.com. Coming up next, we're going to talk to Jim from Human Motor Works about how simple that process was. We'll be right back on Insight.
Welcome back to Insight. We are joined now by Jim Gallagher from Human Motor Works. Jim, I'm excited to have you here because I think your store sounds fantastic. I can't wait to go. Tell us what Human Motor Works is all about.
Human Motor Works it's a new shop on the southwest side of Fort Wayne. We have bicycles, average bicycles that you ride on the trail, kids, tri-bikes, road bikes, mountain bikes, cyclocross bikes, but in addition to that, we have running shoes, so we're a specialty run shop, and we also have swimming, and we also have a workout lab in the back for riding your bike, etc.
And this was born out of your love of being a triathlete, is that correct?
Yeah, it was sort of about 4 or 5 associates, friends of mine. We do a lot of Ironman races. Realized that there was this opportunity in Fort Wayne. There's really was one bike shop and one specialty run store. We thought we needed another one for our community, and that's sort of how it came about.
I just love the name. I remember when you first opened, I thought, what in heaven's name? Human Motor Works, what could that be? Well, we've been seeing some pictures of the store, and it really is cool. Let's talk about the process of working with CME and what it was like to take that existing retail store and make it into what you dreamed and what you wanted it to be. How closely did you work with the designer at CME?
Extremely close. So we started the process, we went around and saw, with my realtor, commercial realtor, saw spaces. This one seemed to be the best size, location for what we could find. And then I worked with Nate at CME, and we just made the whole drawing, kept tweaking it, and then actually he can make a 3D rendering of it, and you can actually walk through the whole store before you actually have it all built and see it exactly how it looks.
That's incredible.
So he even puts all the fixtures, bikes, and so then you can see what you should do differently to change it.
So I assume, as with any construction project, you come across some issues when you're doing this. Was it helpful to have CME walking through, doing it with you when you come across those issues?
Oh yeah.
You didn't have to do it alone.
No, and they were very good about reminding me that this building is not ours. It doesn't belong to us. We're leasing it. So they would remind us that way to keep, you still need to watch how much money you're spending because you don't get it.
Right.
Unless you keep going. So in that way, but we really challenged CME. We saw like a unique suspended shoe tree, like wall at a store, and they actually made it for us.
Wow.
From scratch. They came up with they have such good access to all the products, from the finishing material of the walls, fixtures, how to do things, stay in code, make sure there's a lot to doing a build out in a public space that you don't think about.
And they know all those rules for you.
Yes, they kept us all in line.
Now, does Human Motor Works only cater to the competitive biker or runner, or could a novice like me come in and really benefit from your knowledge and the products that you have in your store?
I would say the majority of our customers are just average people. Just maybe someone learning how to run, maybe wanting to do a 5K race, or someone who just wants to ride their bicycle around their neighborhood. The majority of the products that we have there is for those people. Do we have specialty products for like elite athletes? Absolutely.
That's great to know.
Well, I think it sounds like a great place. We should all go check it out so you can see the great work that CME did, and you can get some great products so that you can begin your fitness journey. Human Motor Works, it's in Covington Plaza. Give them a call today or visit them online, or you know what, just go out to the store. We'll be right back on Insight.